Hafa day, everyone, and welcome to the Guam Congress Building. Thank you for being here today for a very, very special presentation and celebration. We are here, and I want to welcome my colleagues with our Legislative Secretary, Senator Amanda Shelton, Senator Sabina Perez, Senator Roy Kanata, Senator Joanne Brown. Thank you, colleagues. And we're here today with, we're actually honored to have in our audience the family of David Lujan Sablan, and some former senators with us as well. Former Senator Hope Cristobal and former Senator Kelly Marsh Taitano. Thank you so much for being here, as well as our CAHA Director, Sandy Flores, and our Department of CHamoru Affairs Director, Melvin Wampat Borja. Sidus Masi to all of you for being here. Today we're here to honor with resolution number 16-37 COR, and to commend David Mataga Lujan Sablan. So we're going to read this resolution, and then we have a special treat for you. We have some of his artwork that are going to be able to put up on the screen in just a little while for all of you to appreciate. It's really, we're so honored that you're here with us today, Mr. Sablan, because really he was part of defining of an era, right, with this art and with their work and their movements. I'd also like to recognize Senator Chris Barnett, who's also joined us today. Thank you, Senator. So this resolution, 16-37, is relative to recognizing and commending David Mataga Lujan Sablan for his contributions as a visual artist, illustrator, ceramist, and wood carver for, among other work, depicting lina'la, manaotaomo'na, the lifeways of CHamoru ancestors, thereby enlightening all the richness and beauty of ancestral CHamoru life, people, and accomplishments. The public display of which has deeply empowered the CHamoru people and played a notable role in the renaissance of CHamoru culture. And for further expressing Dangkolo nasiduas ma'asi to him, for his commitment to promoting knowledge and understanding of the legacy of manaotaomo'na for the benefit of future generations. Be it resolved by the Committee on Rules of Iminatrentaisieti na Legislature in Guahan, whereas it is the sense of the Legislature in Guahan to recognize the life and accomplishments of those distinguished citizens of this great island who have devoted themselves to faithfully serving the best interests of our community and the needs of our people. Attendant to such concern and in full accord with its long-standing traditions, the Legislature in Guahan is justly proud to honor Senor David Mataga Lujan Sablan for his lifelong service to our island and his dedication to Tautau Guahan and the CHamoru people. And whereas Senor Sablan was born on December 19, 1947 as the second of 5 children and is the son of Concepcion Cruz Lujan Chongkapili and Vicente Benavente Sablan Bendongat. He was raised in Songsong Jigu, working family farmlands, speaking CHamoru as his mother tongue and learning about CHamoru customs and traditions from his parents. Senor Sablan joined the U.S. Army military service and served in the Vietnam War. He quickly rose to the rank of U.S. Army Specialist 4, E4, and was awarded the U.S. Army's Bronze Star Medal for heroism in connection with military operations against a hostile force. And upon Senor Sablan's return to Guam after serving honorably in the Vietnam War, he began to paint as a self-taught artist, inspired by his great friendship with archaeologist Alejandro Teodoro Blas Lezama, by visiting ancestral sites and by talking with elders. Senor Sablan was one of the first CHamoru artists since ancestral times to depict lina'la manaotaomo'na, the lifeways of CHamoru ancestors. And Senor Sablan's artwork has for decades ranked among the most prominent, sought after, inspirational, and appreciated regarding lina'la manaotaomo'na and other artistic themes. Art produced by Senor Sablan is highly prized. Over the years, both in Guahan as well as abroad, Senor Sablan has earned recognition for the quality and nature of the art he produces, including earning public awards. As an example, on August 13, 1981, out of more than 100 entries, 3 of his paintings were unanimously selected for display at the A.B. Wampat International Airport. Tiempuniha, Tola Gikantantasi, and Talafofu Falls. Further, for that competition, he was the only artist to have more than one painting selected. Senor David Mataga Lujan Sablan's groundbreaking art has allowed several generations to grow up surrounded by his inspirational and empowering depictions of thriving, robust, ancestral Chamorro villages enveloped by native flora and fauna, of manaotaomo'na Chamorro ancestors performing daily tasks, as well as carrying out monumental accomplishments like building lati, and so much more. As such, Senor Sablan's art has been recognized as an important force in the revitalization of and source of pride in the Chamorro culture. Senor Sablan has attributed his work to his persistence, faith, and pride in being Chamorro. Some have ascribed his artistic talent as coming from his ancestors, especially his uncle, the late Jess Sablan, who was considered a very good painter. Senor Sablan has, for over 4 decades, produced art depicting the Chamorro people, homeland, and lifeways as a form of preserving Chamorro culture on canvas. Senor David Mataga Lujan Sablan's commitment to his Chamorro heritage extends beyond producing art. He is a founding member of Nacion Chamorro, within which he has held key leadership positions. Nacion Chamorro was formed to empower Chamorros, promote the continuation of Chamorro values, advocate for Chamorro rights, and address unjust issues such as World War II and other land takings and the lack of Chamorro self-determination. It was during this early time and these activities that Senor Sablan became known as Mataga, a name which reflects his fighting spirit and strength. Mataga takes strong public stances for the betterment of the Chamorro people. He participated in numerous Nacion Chamorro peaceful public protests, such as occupying the lawn at the governor's offices at Guadalupe as a means to call on the government of Guam to finally, after decades of delay, implement the Chamorro Land Trust Act, a land restoration program meant to provide residential and agricultural land to those whose lands had been unjustly taken by the U.S. federal government between 1898 and 1968. His participation helped ensure that the cause of the Chamorro people did not fall by the wayside and that the act was finally implemented. Indeed, the Chamorro Land Trust Act and the trust is today widely accepted and recognized for its restorative justice. Whereas it is the sense of legislator in Guahan that when individuals of such noble aims and accomplishments, such as Senor David Mataga Lujan Sablan, are brought to its attention, they should be celebrated and recognized throughout the island. Now, therefore, be it resolved that Imin 37 na legislator in Guahan does hereby, on behalf of the people of Guam, recognize and commend Senor David Mataga Lujan Sablan for his contributions as a visual artist, illustrator, ceramist, and wood carver for, among other, depicting lina'la, manaotaomo'na, the lifeways of Chamorro ancestors, thereby enlightening all of the richness and beauty of ancestral Chamorro life, people, and accomplishments. The public display of which has empowered the Chamorro people and played notable role in the renaissance of Chamorro culture. And for further expressing Dangkolo Nasizu's ma'asi to him for his commitment to promoting knowledge and understanding of the legacy of manaotaomo'na for the benefit of future generations, and be it further resolved that the Speaker and the Chairperson of the Committee on Rules certify, and the Legislative Secretary attest to the adoption hereof, and that copies of the same be thereafter transmitted to Senor David Mataga Lujan Sablan and to the Honorable Lourdes A. Leon Guerrero Imagahagan Guahan. And so on behalf of the people of Guam, Senor, we'd like to present on behalf of all of my colleagues, we'd like to present this to you, and a very Dangkolo Nasizu's ma'asi to you for all of your work. Thank you. We're going to allow him, maybe we'll show the artwork first, if that's okay, and then we're going to allow him to say a few words. So, is that okay? Okay, so we're going to hear, or you can even talk right now. Oh, yeah. So that's what's showing on the TV.
she said it all. First, I want to thank the people of Guam for this honor that they are bestowing upon me now. I never thought I would ever be in this situation. It's very, very touching. I thank all the people of Guam, especially the CHamoru people. CHamoru's are very, very unique. They are not like the Chinese, where they are great in numbers, but for every one, CHamoru is probably equal to 1,000 Chinese. That's just me. But again, thank you. That's all I can say is thank you. Thank you, Lord. I couldn't have done it without the Lord. He has blessed me wonderfully. Blessed me in time of war, in my prison time. As a matter of fact, that's where I discovered my ability in art. So going to prison was a blessing. And a blessing comes in different forms. So I'm already starting to get boring, so thank you again.
Viva! Sanat Sablan is very modest, but he also, in 1983, published a book, The Book of My Life by David Lujan Sablan, which we were also able to glean much of the information that we presented today, and of course, in his the accolades that he have been given over the years as well. And I'd like to especially thank Dr. and Senator Kelly Marsh Taitano for all her work in assisting us in writing this resolution and giving him accolades as well. She's also done a presentation this weekend, a film that's been done, and so I'm going to encourage everybody to watch those films. Sorry, Dr. Kelly, can you repeat the title of them for me? Manamko to Manhoban. It's a series of interviews of Manamko, and so Mr. Sablan was one of them that was featured recently, and I encourage all of you to watch those. Manamko to Manhoban. Dr. Kelly Marsh and Senator, if you would mind joining us, and Senator Hope Cristobal, please. And we've been also joined by the Guam Museum curator, director, Mike Bivacqua. And if we could ask his family. Yes, I did. And of course, maybe we'll have the directors join us as well. So again, we have the director of the Department of CHamoru Affairs, and we have the director of CAHA. And we're very honored. We'll take one photo. And Sizus Masi again to all of you for coming here to honor Mr. Sablan. Mr. Sablan, Sizus Masi to you for everything you've done for all of us.